We're live from Chevy Chase.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for our morning chat, and today we're chatting about our pet of the month. The Woodford Humane Society is still dealing with a lot of overcrowding of dogs and puppies. We have friend of the show and marketing director Beth Oleson here to tell us how we can help. But first, Beth, introduce your furry friend.
Yes, one of many dogs and puppies looking for homes. This is Dean. He is about 13 weeks old. He was actually born at the shelter. We've had 3 litters born at the shelter this summer. And he is a mix of a lot of things, but his mom was a little healer mix, so we're saying healer and hound, and assuming that he's going to be a bigger dog than mom because all of the babies turned out to be bigger than mom. So, you know, safe to assume 50 to 70 pounds when he's full grown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would never know that he's a puppy because he's so calm and he's just been chilling out and taking in his surroundings.
Yeah, so he's still a little nervous in new places because he just hasn't been a lot of places.
Right.
But he's so into people that I think that balances out a little bit. So he's really just like, he's watching everybody.
He's a little bit of an introvert right
now.
Yeah,
I guess.
So if we want to adopt Dean or any of the other animals, talk about the process.
It is adoption by appointment. So if Dean is your cup of tea, you can call the adoption center right away and make an appointment that way. Otherwise, you can see all of our adoptable pets at woodfordhumane.org. You can schedule, you can take a look and see if there's anyone you're interested in, and then give us a phone call to schedule. And it's a pretty simple process, so we try to make it as efficient as possible, and we have a lot to choose from right now.
That's right. So if you don't want a larger dog, you could probably find a smaller dog. That's wonderful. Why do you think the shelters are so overcrowded? What is going on? It's
a complex situation. It's been building since COVID, honestly. It's a combination of people surrendering the dogs that they got during COVID, the economy pricing people out of having a pet, and in particular, the housing market has become really difficult for renters who have pets. It's easier to rent with a cat than a dog. It's easier to rent with a small dog than a large dog. So what we're seeing is that adoptions are really slow for especially the larger dogs. And when intake is high and adoptions are slow, that's a recipe for overcrowding. It's not just here, it's everywhere.
So if people are contemplating getting an animal, can they bring in their own animals that they have and do a little meet and greet?
You can. If you have a dog at home, you're welcome to bring them with you to introduce to the dog you're interested in adopting. We don't recommend that for cats because, of course, cats just kind of have to figure it out on their own. But yes, we're happy to try an introduction with dogs just to make sure they're going to get along before you take somebody home. And every adoption comes with a 1-week trial period, cats and dogs. So you can make sure they're going to get along with your kids and be a right fit for your lifestyle.
Right.
And, you know, make sure you've got the one that you're going to keep for life.
Absolutely, yeah. So how many dogs do you all have right now?
As of today, I think the number is 53, and we're built for 28. So we're at almost double our capacity right now.
Oh my gosh. So do you have like little bunk beds? Like, are they sleeping on little bunk bed cots?
We have dogs doubled up. We have dogs living in crates. We have a couple of litters of puppies that aren't big enough to go home yet. So of course those are all, you know, grouped together. So we are improvising housing almost always. And just doing our best in a bad situation and trying to find those forever homes.
Well, what about fostering?
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's what
what
I
about
wanted
fostering?
to know.
So we don't do a ton of fostering except for babies who need assistance.
Okay.
But we are always looking for folks who are ready to take on that. That's a full-time job. So we're always looking for folks who are interested in doing that. But one of the biggest things that you can do, even if you're not ready to adopt a pet, is to make sure that the pets you have at home are spayed and neutered. Because a lot of what we're seeing at this point is accidental litters or people who were making good money breeding dogs and puppies, you know, a year ago. That market is really saturated now. And a lot of those animals are ending up in shelters. So having your pets fixed is a huge deal.
And you can always give, right? Even if you can't take an animal, I'm sure you're looking for tons of donations.
Absolutely. You know, our costs have gone up like everybody's costs have. So it really does make a difference. And you can give securely at woodfordhumane.org. And there's also a wish list there. So if you prefer to give like cleaning supplies or toys or something like that, there's a wish list there to help with that.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm sorry you're in such a predicament, and we all need to do what we can to help get these fellas into their forever homes. And I just think this is the best dog ever.
I know.
What a dog.
Dean loves his picture.
He's the last one in his litter, so he's ready to go home.
He's ready to find his forever home. All right, well, if you want to help, check out the Woodford Humane Society. All of the information is up on the screen.